Hello guys, welcome back, and today we're going to be talking about Hero of Remnant, aka What If Deku was in RWBY. So yeah, let us begin. So, from the last episode, we currently see now, Izuku meeting up with the man that he supposedly, or at least one of the people that he's going to be getting his powers from. And after saying his name, he would say this. Hello there, Mr. Zeldris, he would say, as Zeldris would say this. Just call me Zeldris. Now, allow me to introduce you to the rest of the Ten Commandments, he would say. As he would say this, Ten Commandments? As after saying that, he would look over towards the other people in the room. As Deus would say this. The Ten Commandments, each representing the most powerful elites in all of hell, or at least in the underworld or the netherrealm. As after saying that, not Rex, I meant Izuku would start looking all over them. As he would see, all of them having unique features, as one of them would just step up towards him. Man would be revealed to have silver hair and seems to be quite tall, with gauntlets and armored boots, basically on his person, wearing a coat that seems to also have, well, a lack of an undershirt. As he would say this, the name's Estarossa. I am the commandment of love, he would say. As after saying that, he would say this. Hello, he would say, as he would say this. Heh, I like you, kid, he would say. As after saying that, he would say this. Okay then, he would say, as Estarossa would say this. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering about that whole commandment thing, well, we'll talk about that later. At least that's what Deus said, he would say, as he would look towards, Deus. As Deus would say this. Yes, we will talk about that later after you introduce yourselves, he would say. As the others would basically, would introduce themselves as well. The man would be revealed to be some sort of armored, person with a large spear in hand, as he would say this. I am the commandment of truth, he would say. You may call me Galand, he would say. Yes, Galand would say this. After seeing your fight in the field over there, he would say. As after saying that, he would look towards, Deus, as Deus would be going through other dimensions. Not really going through dimensions, as in, basically, going through, the crystal ball thing, as he would say this. I was pretty impressed. Now I really want to fight, he would say. As one of them would say this. I think that's enough from you, Galand, he would say. As the person would be revealed to be some sort of, well, he kind of resembles a fairy. As, Galand would say this. Whatever. Besides, after seeing you fight that guy, and after hearing that he's able to steal powers, damn, that certainly got my blood boiling, he would say. As after saying that, he would look towards the fairy-like man, as he would say this. You may call me Gloxinia, the repose, she would say. He would say. I meant he. And yeah, I sort of thought that he was a lolly as well when I first saw him. And then I would realize that it's a guy. I just went like, great, it's the whole Astolfo thing again. Oh god. Anyway, continuing on, as he would say this, specifically Izuku. Hello there. So, are you... As he would say this. Yes, I'm a fairy. But I was also the first fairy king of my world, he would say. As he would say this. Cool, he would say. As another person would step up, being that of... The woman would reveal herself to be... a woman shrouded in darkness, but he can clearly see a body in there. The girl seems to have lilac hair and the same, colored eyes, almost without, color in them. As she would also be wearing some sort of bunny suit without the bunny ears. She's also wearing pink stockings, as she would say this. You may call me Melascula of the Faith. I thought you would be a little bit more taller. she would say, as he would say this. Um, I guess you would say, as she would say this. Hmm, you're quite the interesting boy, she would say. As she would basically, grab him by the chin, as she would say this. After all that suffering, after all those torturous years of being bullied, hmm, you truly have faith, she would say. As, Izuku would just be blushing because, he's still pretty much Izuku, so he's not really used to getting touched by a girl. Not that way, I swear to God, do not twist my... Anyway, so, after saying that, Izuku would basically try to get away, as one of them would say this. Specifically, as you would seem to have a much more deeper voice than the others, as he would say this. Melascula, I think it's better not to tease our new vessel, he would say. As after saying that, he would look towards the voice. As he would not be, well, surprised. Or should I say, you know, not be just like, in awe on this. Because he's seen, well, much more bigger opponents. Or at least sort of. Well, in this case, this guy is much more larger and definitely has a interesting appearance, let's just say that. The man would be revealed to be a large man, almost the size of like several buildings. He would also have 4 arms and somewhat greenish skin. As he would say this, I am Droll, commandment of patience, he would say. As after saying that, he would look towards the boy as he would say this. Your power is quite immense. You truly are a worthy vessel, he would say. As he would cross his arms a little, basically cross all of his arms. As he would start looking at him once again. And if you're wondering, yeah, just don't imagine him with like the bag on his head. Imagine him with his like full face on view. The reason why I decided to go for this, picture of him is because, most of the other pictures of him are either just like, like not fully like, not really like, fully seeing his like body, or not really like fully seeing his face. So yeah, that's why I decided to go for this picture of him. As the man would say this, the way you fight in that battle was truly heroic, he would say. And I'm surprised that you, a human, have these types of abilities. It's certainly quite the interesting sight, he would say. As he would say this, thank you, Mr. Droll, he would say. As another person would be revealed. As the person would be... The man would be revealed to be... Well, actually sort of normal. Except for the weird-looking dark bands around him. As he would also not have a mouth at first. As the man would slowly start gaining a mouth, as he would say this. You may call me Mom Speed. The reticence, he would say. He would start to looking towards the man, aka Zuku, as he would say this. Seeing your final battle is certainly quite the interesting sight, he would say. Especially with the way you decide to try and protect all of your friends, even if it means that you're going to die, he would say. As after saying that, he would say this. Thanks. I just wanted to protect my friends. And I don't want innocent people getting hurt, he would say. As he would say this. How great, he would say. As after saying that, another person would arrive. As this person seems to be, well, the most, well, I feel like if I were to show her, oh boy, I would probably be cancelled. Or not really cancelled, but more like get, deleted out of YouTube. So, I'm probably gonna use a censored version of her. Yeah, I couldn't find a censored version of her. God damn it. Oh well, but YouTube, please, do not send me to, like, YouTube jail for this. It's just ignore the... Okay, anyway, continuing on, please, YouTube, please do not cancel me. As the woman would be revealed to be nearly naked, as Izuku would start covering his eyes, he would say, as he would start, looking out of the way, as some of the members would start laughing a little bit, seeing his, like, flustered demeanor once again. As currently, The girl that we met earlier, aka, Melascula, is also sort of laughing, or should I say giggling. As Daria would say this. What? She would say, as you would say this, as you would start, like, looking away from her, as she would say this. What? Are you afraid? She would say. As you would say this. No, not that. I mean, you're, well, as you would start, looking away, as one of them specifically, um, specifically my boy Mon Speed would say this. Hmm. It seems that he's embarrassed by your appearance, my dear, he would say. As she would say this. Really? Huh. Never really thought of that, she would say. As one of them would say this. Specifically, our boy over there, aka, what's his name again? Estarosa, as he would say this. Well, it does make sense. After all, humans do think that your type of wear is, let's just say, he would start looking away, as she would say this. What? She would say, as she would start, wielding up her dark claw, as he would say this. Oh, nothing, he would say, as she would say this. Whatever, she would say, as she would start looking towards the boy, as he's currently still looking away from her, as she would say this. Hmm. You may call me Derriere, the purity of the Ten Commandments, she would say. As he would say this. Purity, you say. Says the girl who's naked, he would start saying in his mind. As, currently we also see, Mon Speed going like, so he's also a gentleman to at least, not look at her, even if she's naked. Just like the others. Just like the others that they don't really like, well, you would start thinking like all the other people that basically looked at her in impure ways, and well, I never really seen her actual commandment actually working in the anime or in the manga, so I don't really know if it's actually based off her, I'm not really sure if it's actually based off her, that she's wearing nothing. So I honestly don't know what is her commandment exactly. That is why I also gave another ability to Izuku. Or at least an ability that he will soon get after getting their powers. So, as after saying her name, he would say this. Nice to meet you, Derriere-san, he would say. As she would say this. Yeah, whatever, she would say. As after saying that, he would look towards another, two more people. Or at least, creature, to say the least. As he would look over to see as this thing seems to be a mass of just stone masks, or at least that's what he thought, as the thing would speak in a female-like voice, saying, "We are Grey Road, the pacifism of the Ten Commandments," they would say, as he would say this. Hello there, Grey Road son, he would say, as she would say this. Or they, because technically they're basically just a mass of multiple, demons, or grey demons specifically, as they would say this. Nice to meet you, great hero, they would say, as he would say this. Thank you, he would say, as he would look towards the last member. As the last member would arrive, as, not really arrive, but more like walks towards him, as he would say this. Nice to meet you. You may call me, Dreyfus, but I would rather be called by my true name. Fraudrin of the Selflessness, you would say, as he would say this. Hello there, Fraudrin-san, he would say, as he would say this. Now, what should we do next, you would say towards Deus, as Deus would say this. Oh, we'll begin with, with your, new power soon. And so he would snap his fingers as everything would go dark. So yeah, I'm gonna be ending this episode right off here. So yeah, bye-bye!